Hello, Clearwater second graders, back with another episode of Mr. T's Math Corner. Now, today we are going to start our review with expanded form. Now, as we are doing this, we need to think about the idea of our numbers and their place value. So, for instance, we have our yellow ones place, representing how many ones we have. Our green tens place, which is going to tell us how many groups of 10 for that given number. And in this case, we could use in orange hundreds place. Now, of course, this can keep going into the thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then even millions and far, far beyond. But we're going to be focusing just on those ones, tens, and those groups of 100. Now, if you remember back to expanded form, we are going to be expanding it or stretching it out, making that number bigger. And really, the whole idea of expanded form is taking a number like 368 and breaking it out into how many ones, how many tens, and how many hundreds are in that number. So, for instance, if we are looking at 368, well, we're going to start with the hundreds place since that's our biggest digit. 3 in our hundreds place, that tells us that there are 300. Plus, we've got 6 in that green groups of 10, 6 groups of 10, which is going to be 60, plus those 8 ones. And since there's only 8 ones, we're just going to leave it just like that. So again, that 300 tells us that we have 3 hundreds, so we put that right here. That's 6 groups of 10 for 60 and our 8 ones. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video, get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil, and I want you to come over to 175. And I want you to write that number in expanded form. And once you've done, click back on to see how you did. All right, welcome back. Now, hopefully you got to that 175 and you were thinking, oh, there is one group of 100 here. And that is exactly right. So we're going to have 100 plus we've got 7 groups of 10. And if we think about 7 groups of 10, that's going to be, you are correct, 70. And those 5 groups of 1. So 175 is really 100 plus the 70 for those 7 groups of 10 plus those 5 ones. 100 plus 70 plus 5 for 175. Now coming down here to this next number, 590. Again, I want you to go ahead, you're going to pause the video and then write this number, 590. You're going to write that in expanded form. Start the video back up when you're done. All right, hopefully you recognize, 5 in the 100s place. That gives us 500. Plus, we've got 9 groups of 10 for 90. And in this case, since we have no zeros, we don't even need, we have nothing in this, we have 0 in the ones place, so we have no ones, so we actually don't even need to write the ones place. Now, of course, if you did, that would be okay, but in this case, we don't have to. We could leave it as 500 plus 90. And lastly, coming over to this 305. Now again, just like in our first one, we've got that 3 in our hundreds place. We're going to write that 300. Now this one's a little bit different. You can see we have 0 in the tens place. We have no groups of 10. So we can't put anything for our tens place, and we just need to go to this 5 ones, and it's going to look just like that. 305 is going to be 300 plus 5. And there we have expanded form. Now, from time to time with our expanded form, on occasion you will see it written in the case of, let's say we had the number 547. Sometimes what you're going to see is, let me get a new text box here. Sometimes you are going to see expanded form written like this, where you're going to have a blank and you're going to have hundreds. And I might need to shrink this down a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit too big. Let's go down to a 48. All right, so we have blank hundreds, blank tens, and blank ones. So now we are thinking about how many hundreds do we have, how many tens do we have, and how many ones. Now in this case, we have to think about, oh, there's 500. So this isn't asking us the expanded format of this. It's flat out asking, how many hundreds do we have here? And in this number, we have 5 hundreds. We have 4 tens. And we have 7 ones for 547. And then in expanded form, we would just have it written as 500 plus, since we've got 4 tens, we're going to have 40 plus 7 for 547, just like we've got up here. All right, now I'm going to take my eraser and let's see. Hopefully this won't erase my text. Oh, good, it did not. Now I want you in just a moment, you're going to have that pencil and paper ready like I had you go and get. And what I want you to do is we are going to choose a new number. How about, let's go with 729. Now what I want you to do is on your paper, you can just put, if you would like, a blank and then an H for hundreds, a blank and a T for tens, and a blank and an O for ones. And let's think 729. You're going to write how many hundreds, how many tens, how many ones, and then below that write in an expanded form. Pause the video and do that right now. All right, and welcome back, and you should have had 7 groups of 100, 2 groups of 10, and 9 in our ones place for 729. And in expanded form, hopefully you wrote that as well, those 700s give us 700 plus those 2 tens give us 20, and those 9 ones give us 9 for 729, and we are right back to where we started. Now below this video, there are a couple different online games you can click on and play to practice some expanded form, and then on the next page in your module, there is a quiz on expanded form for a review. All right, and we will catch you later.